Welcome everyone, Tone here, and today we're going to be checking out Star Renegades. This game just came out today as of this recording, Tuesday, September 8th, and I actually just heard about this game yesterday. I saw about 3 minutes of it on a stream, and actually, within the first 10 seconds, I was like, wow, this is a really cool aesthetic to it. It has this cool pixel art, but it's got like layers and this kind of like 3D perspective thing that you'll see as we get into the game. And the art itself kind of reminds me of like Crying Suns, which I really like the art of, and other stuff. It just seems really well done on the whole aesthetic, and it has like kind of future tech looking stuff and robots. A lot of cool stuff going on just from the overall setting, theme, and aesthetic. This is gonna be a blind run, so I don't really know anything about the game except what I just told you guys. I'm on the webpage right now, so I'm just going to read some of the stuff that they have to say about the game. Resistance is never futile. From the makers of Halcyon 6 Starbase Commander comes Star Renegades, a challenging tactical rogue-lite RPG set in the endless interplanetary rebellion against the Imperium. Lead a ragtag squad of rebels in their desperate fight against overwhelming odds and an evolving, merciless adversary. So yeah, it's a rogue-lite RPG game, tactical. I like all those things. It's not a traditional roguelike. Let's get that out of the way. But it's definitely focuses on permadeath and procedural generation and all that good stuff. Features. Outwit your foes with interrupts, counters, and combos in our fast-paced, tactical, turn-based timeline battle system. Really curious to see what fast-paced, turn-based means, but we'll check that out. Explore hauntingly beautiful landscapes, ruins, and procedurally generated dungeons in your mission to overthrow the Imperium. Survive the relentless onslaught of a procedural adversary system that generates unique enemies and bosses that evolve as you play. Unlock, trade, and upgrade your rebels with tons of weapons, loot, and gear. So yeah, all the typical, roguelite experience. Again, non-traditional roguelite. And let's look at what the Steam page has to say. The general blurb says, Star Renegades is a dimension-spanning roguelite strategy RPG. Outsmart uniquely generated adversaries, forge bonds between heroes, and end the cycle. And it mostly relists some of the stuff that we already looked at, but there's some extra stuff on here, including unlock dozens of alternate characters as your surviving squad members form bonds and create progeny. That could be an interesting system. Almost reminds me of like Rogue Legacy. I don't know, I'll have to see. Some kind of meta progress built into that, it sounds like. And battle your way into the heart of the Empire as our Rebellion engine creates a unique experience with each playthrough via emergent gameplay and events, procedurally generated missions, shifting priorities, evolving enemies, and tons of equipment / upgrades for your squad. So yeah, I love character customization. I love tactical gameplay and turn-based combat, which this game seems to have. I guess we'll get to that. It looks like almost like a JRPG kind of combat system. But yeah, that's all the intro stuff. Let's get right into the game now. I went to the options and I turned off screen shake because the few minutes I saw of on the stream, the screen shake looked kind of egregious to me. And maybe that's not the case, but I turned it off. I'm usually not bothered by screen shake, but it looked pretty high in there. And there were like multiple screen shake options, so you can do like mild. So maybe mild is really the sweet point. We can try mild. That's all I really changed there. What was our resolution at here? 1920, 144 hertz. Sounds good to me. Alright, new game. Let's go get some save slots. This actually reminds me of a JRPG right here. Like playing Final Fantasy on the Super Nintendo. Alright, let's see what this intro is all about. Uh-oh. Well, my system is not handling this well. I wonder what the bottleneck is. This game doesn't look very intensive, and my system is usually pretty decent. I'm gonna leave this in for posterity. I wonder if I should turn down the frame rate. think we should just skip past this. Looks like we got to the end anyways. It's too bad. That looked like it was going to be a kick-ass intro. Alright. Over Narosh, a small force of mysterious raiders destroys the mighty Star Union Armada. The surviving starfighters attempt to regroup, pursued by the relentless enemy squadrons. Yeah, check out these maps. This is beautiful. Some of that lighting effects, I'm into this. Davian Syphex. When? Answer me. Let me know you're alive. You got like a Star Wars hologram going on there. I'm fine, Dav. These enemy fighters are good. Really good. I'm lucky I managed to land in one piece. So they're both Syphex, so they must be family members. Check out this huge freaking sword. There's like a Final Fantasy looking sword here. Big robot fist. She's in like an exoskeleton of some sort. You get points for missing all those buildings. Ah, Zub Zub Crud. Is that how we exclaim profanity in the future? Zub Zub Crud. I've got more of those fighters in my tail. Where are they all coming from? I wonder if we get space combat in this game. Or like aerial dogfights. I landed by the train to Fort Garin. If I can get to the base in time, you can get those anti-aircraft guns online. My thoughts exactly. That'll be a nice surprise for these fighters following me. Great plan. I'll calm you when I'm at the base. Over and out. Alright. Can I move with the keyboard? Okay, the keyboard... arrow keys move things around, or move the map around, pans around. Yeah, look how everything has like a perspective to it. I just really like how that's done. The blurring in the background. It looks like these towers kind of shift with the perspective. I'm really into this art. Alright, what's our main menu have? All the same stuff it looks like. We got a save button there. Looks like I can hover over points of interest. Are there controls? No controls. I wonder if there's gonna be like a tutorial here. I like how this and this are like points of interest that are very obvious. Some of these citizens look like they could really blend in. I wonder if there's like anything... I don't want to say secret, but that's not super obvious to me as like a brand new player. Not really. Alright, let's check out the Starfighter. Not the best use of taxpayer credits. I guess we work for the government. Citizen. Oh sure, the government tells us some mysterious fleet just appears out of nowhere. Next thing you know, they pass some laws confiscating massive stockpiles of mega-nuclear material, even though it's my right to own it. So these are like dialogue from the citizens, which that's actually very JRPG-esque to me as well. Citizen, man, I've got 1700 creds riding on the Armada. Maybe I ought to do a last-second short. Short what? Huh? Who would have thought Narosh would ever be close to a fight like this? And right before tourist season also, I'll be ruined. He just changed his, Wait, are there two people here? He's like toggling in between the two. That's weird. It's like giving two messages. I don't know what's going on there. Let's see. Oh, I can't even get this guy. Alright, here we go. Looks like there's some mouse... kinda... I don't know. It's harder to hover over some of these guys. Citizen, you know what? Sure, these raiders come from another dimension. Wow. I can't read that. You know what? Sure, these raiders from another dimension just destroyed our armada, but I think we should hear out what they plan to do post-occupation. Maybe they're into low taxes and grinding the poor into dust? That's some policy I could get behind. Jeez. I think there's some real-world parallelism going on here. Citizen, thank you for your service, ma'am. But could you please send someone to clear out that smoking wreckage? We have children here. Think of the children. Alright, let's go to the train station. We gotta get those guns online. Those anti-air cannons. What's Davian got to say here? Our good friend Dav. I'm picking up some strange signatures on that train. Something tells me they aren't commuters. These raiders have ground troops too then, eh? Alright. Let's see how they are at hand-to-hand combat. Prepare to meet my doom? His doom? Sure. What? I don't think that came out right. That means he's doomed. Sure. Oh, very intentional. I think you meant your doom. Oh, never mind. This will be a cinch. I'll just take him out with a cleave. Alright. Looks like we are under the tutorial. Combat basics. The action timeline. Combat in Star Renegades is deterministic, meaning you can see your enemy's actions before they execute, allowing to defend, crit, stagger, or break them. All actions are displayed on the timeline according to their execution time in the round, except for instant actions, which execute immediately. Each round is 60 seconds. The unit's current health is shown in the status bars above their heads and consists of shields, health, and armor. Any effects that are displayed above the status bar... Oh, any effects are also displayed above the status bars. On enemies, you can see the action they are going to execute. Shields regenerate at the end of every combat. Health and armor can be increased or healed during camping, or from the health and armor crates found during your mission. Alright. Got like a fury meter, which for some reason the first thing I thought about was like an NBA Jam, old school when you go on fire. Bet you it's some kind of thing like that. So we got this dude is firing. It shows you his bars, but I don't. Oh, here we go. On the bottom, no, the bottom left is us. I don't know if this shows you actually how much health they have. Oh, here we go. If I hover over him here, 63 shield, 63 health. He's got a fire for 13 damage, I assume. I don't know what that... Oh, that's like an armor break. We must have 15 armor points. And I have a bunch of attacks. I wonder what this 2 means. Does that mean he drops back to this part in the turn, maybe? So if I pick... I can't pick any of this other stuff, so I guess we have to cleave. I guess this is all I can do. It says we're going to crit. So what does cleave do? 35 damage. And we get a crit bonus of 18 damage, 3 shields, and... something that manipulates time. I don't know if we get time, or they get delayed, maybe. So they crit us. Didn't say we were gonna crit? I don't know what happened there. He may be dumb, but I should probably hit him before he hits me. I'll recalibrate and crit him with a slash. Combat basics, crit bonuses. The crit occurs when a unit is hit before they can execute their action. The crit bonus is that is applied is shown below the attacking power's main information. So we saw that. Okay, so whoever attacks first crits, it sounds like. And can you take more than one action in a one bar, is what I'm wondering. I guess we'll find out soon enough. Crits can do extra damage, break the enemy's attack, pierce shields or armor, damage armor, have other devastating effects. Be careful though, enemies can also crit your heroes if they are hit before they can execute their attack. Okay, so I was forced to use cleave last time, just so I could see what happens. So if I strike at the same time as them, then they get a crit on us. They get to go first in that instance. But if I'm using slash, I'm before them in the timeline. And first, what is this guy doing? Same attack. And he just has a crit bonus of 6. So slash is faster. I guess once we actually have like, the game lets me pick other abilities, I'll be able to see where they, how fast they are in the timeline, because I don't really see how to know that at this time. This has a delay now. I wonder if there's a cooldown on the abilities. I bet you that's what that is. Oh, in the top right, there's a 6 timer. That's either the cooldown or maybe how long it takes till you can use that. Whatever, we'll figure this all out. I'm gonna use slash here, I guess. 25 damage. Crit bonus, 13 damage, 1 shield, I think, and then 20 clock, whatever that does. Okay, yeah, it is. Hang on. Is the clock pushing him back, or is it this thing? I guess we'll find out. Alright, we took down his shields. And he did not get a crit on us that time because we struck first. So it seems like attacking fast is pretty dang valuable in this game. Although I'm imagining that's balanced by, you know, some kick-ass slow abilities. That got his attention. I'll smash him with a Hue to break him and stall his attack. Combat Basics Stagger. Attacks can stagger an enemy's action, delaying it to execute later in the round, allowing your squad to execute more actions and crits before the enemy can act. The amount of stagger an attack will do when a crit is shown in green beside the stagger time delay icon. Okay, so that's how you stagger. Break and stagger limit. With careful planning, you can chain attacks together to land multiple staggers on enemy and break them by pushing them into the next round. However, enemies have a stagger limit denoting how many times they can be staggered before they are immune. This is shown on the timeline beside their portrait. The enemy's stagger limit increases again after they execute their action. Not really sure how that applies. I guess it lasts between rounds. Okay, so this is the same round. Well, no. They didn't get staggered, did they? Not gonna lie, some of these mechanics don't seem completely clear to me. I'm sure it'll be quite obvious once we get a few combat rounds in. Alright, Hue. 20 damage, 10 crit bonus, 30 stagger. Applies crit effect, bleeding, minus 10 health per round. And then, I wonder how many, is that 3 bars? I'm guessing each one of these is 10 seconds. And this lets me attack all the way up here? What was he gonna do? Strong Blast, new ability for him. Were we marked? He gets a bonus versus marked targets. Alright, let's do our Hue. Okay, I guess our Hue is a fast attack here. That was cool. Minus 30 crit. We knocked him off the timeline. So he broke, and that meant he did not get his action. Time to end it. So Slash should finish the job. Alright, just a basic attack here. Victory! We got 2 credits. Okay, I'm at the base. Just what I thought. It's been hit with some kind of EMP. Well, at least the coast is. Teleported in! Unique techs have been researching that for decades. How'd these guys do it? Or Union techs. They may be more advanced than us, but at least we can take them out in a fight. Let's see how I do against this next one. Just remember your training and you'll be fine. Titan hand? The heck is that? Oh yeah, there's like a Titan... No, there's Titan hands all over here. Wow, I guess the Earth shifted enough to expose one of these Titan hands. That was weird. It looked like I was supposed to meet them at the front of the bridge. But let me finish my whole move action. I don't know what's going on there. The Imperium will make you burn. Check out this dude. He's a lot bigger than the last one. Firewolf. Sounds like you could use some ointment for that. Let's try a cleave. He's smelting. 47 damage. Pierces 25% of armor. Oh, I wonder if armor is a flat damage reduction. And pyro, whatever that does, applies burning effect. Blocked by shields, minus 7 health per round. He's got 109 health, or shield, 100 health, 8 shield, and a bunch of traits. I don't know how to see his traits. I guess you just have to know what those mean. built some fury up last round, it looked like. Alright, so cleave is before his attack, so I think that means he doesn't get to go. And this also has a 10-second stagger, so I think that's going to break him. Resist versus heavy. What does that mean? Oh, cleave is heavy. He has resistance to it. I don't think it matters because we're critting and he's going to he's going to break. Wait. I don't know if the UI is a little weird in a couple instances here, or if I'm just not used to it. Probably a little bit of both. Probably mostly me. Whoops, that didn't work. Maybe a lighter touch. Let's try Hugh. Oh. I was talking through that. I didn't fully grasp what happened there. I think it's because he resisted the heavy. All attacks have core damage type that describes what kind of attack it is. They are light, normal, heavy, flurry, AoE, counter, and combo attacks. Adversaries may be weak to specific core damage types and take extra damage and delays from them, or they can also be resistant or even immune to specific core damage types and take little to no damage and delays from them. So it's weak versus light. Resist versus heavy. Okay, and these symbols tell you that. Do I know what he's weak to before I pick the ability? Like, do I really have to go all the way to this to see if they're even weak versus it? Like, I feel like that information should be available from the get-go. Alright. Did it show him breaking before? So why does it do this? Was it because I hovered over this by accident? That's why. Okay. So I'm in the middle of the Hugh thing. Alright, 20 damage, crit bonus. We're going to break him. He's going to bleed. All good stuff. And then the weakness is going to make him take extra damage somehow. Minus 45. So how much was he supposed to take from that? That's better. Now slash him for another break. Okay, so a crit Hugh should have only done 30 damage, so it looked like it did 1.5 times damage. Alright, now let's just slash him for another break. Slash is only 20 seconds, though. Look at this. Slash normal, light, heavy, normal. Okay. I don't understand what time units this bar is in anymore. Oh well. What I do know is once you click it, it tells you what's going to happen. So... break them? I guess this is what we have to do here. Tutorial's cool and all, but I really want to start experimenting on my own. Just be patient, Tone. We'll get there. His break limit is empty, so much for delaying him. I'll have to defend to minimize damage from his flame attack. Okay, so where's the break limit? That must be this. Was it at 2 before? Now he has 0 breaks left? That must be what that is. That's my guess so far. Oh, inspect units. Okay, that's an easier way to do that. I like that. Aha! There we go. Plus 50% defense versus heavy, minus 50% versus light. Weak versus normal attacks as well. Pyro damage. Okay, so pyro is just a damage type. Resist pyro damage. Okay. I think it'd be better if these symbols, like, showed you the attack type somehow. Alright. I guess we're supposed to defend? That's all I'm allowed to do. What does defend do? Plus 40% defense, cannot be debuffed, cannot be delayed. That's a cool effect. Okay, pal, I'm getting sick of you. Let's try to crack your armor with Sunder. Armor absorbs damage before it reaches health. The amount of damage that can be absorbed per hit is equal to the amount of armor they have. Example, total attack damage equals 56. Shields damage is 48. Enemy armor equals 8. Remaining health damage after the shields was 8. And armor negates it. Okay, that's kind of what we intuited earlier. Armor damage and armor piercing. Attacks that can cause armor damage on a crit display the amount of armor damage done in that attack's detail. So yeah, we figured that out. Some attacks or elemental damage types can pierce armor. While it doesn't damage the armor, it can bypass some of it and damage the enemy's health directly. Okay, so the piercing is always like a percentage of the armor, and we did see that in the enemy earlier, I think. And pierce shields as well. This combat system does seem to have like sufficient complexity to have like a lot of... I don't want to simplify it too much and say like rock, paper, scissors-ness to it. But I think elements like that are really what start to make turn-based combat like this very interesting. A lot of different attack types, a lot of resistances, a couple of resources in your health bar, shields, and armor, stuff like that going on. We have this fury bar that we haven't even learned about yet. Wonder if we have like experience or something. We got a hotkey down here too. Cool. Alright, so we're going to Sunder as a crit bonus where it knocks off 8 armor, which conveniently is exactly what they have. Did they regain a break? This one up. Let's see what that does. Because we're going to attack before them. Yeah, they do break. Interesting. I wonder how we got that back. Kind of curious to see what they do to make it so you can't just like crit and break like enemies constantly. His armor is completely broken. How to finish him off? I'll crit him with a slash. It said kill there too. I like how it tells you the results of combat. Victory! Plus 3 credits, 5 total. It's weird that it shows all of your credits as like the reward. I bet you there's more here, so it'll show you everything. At some point. I could use those guns right about now. I've got a trail of fighters right behind me. Roger that. Yeesh. Little sis to the rescue, I guess. Aha! They are siblings. Alright, there's a gun. A gun. It's weird how... This isn't the gun, but this is. It's only looking at the... Okay. It's looking at what ground space is taking up, but this is vertical, and if I have the mouse hovering over it, but like there's something behind it, it doesn't cover it. It's kind of weird. I think this is a little wonky, in my opinion. God, I love how these mountains look. Banner. I wish you could hold like tab and have like all of this stuff pop up. I wonder if there's a button for that eventually. What is that? Does it automatically move me here? Fort Garen saw a lot of action in the Flux Wars, but now it's mostly used for training. I was about to make a bad soldering joke there. Be glad I didn't. Terminal. Okay, Dav, the guns are powered up. I'll lead these fighters right to you. It'll be like shooting zub-zubs in a barrel. There's that word again, zub-zubs. My bad, I accidentally minimized there. Where did that ominous, otherworldly ship come from? I've got a bad... They keep finishing each other's sentences. Or she just got interrupted altogether. I feel like that doesn't come off as well in text all the time. Definitely doesn't come off well when I'm trying to read it in text. Davian, pull up! Something else took a remote control of the guns. Oh, snap. Oh, so the banner color changed. I didn't notice what the color was before. I don't know if they changed when I activated them. I think they were the same, but now this thing took control of it. Snap. Is this where our brother dies? Or do we get to team up? I guess I botched the landing. Dav, you're alive. We've got to get out of here. Can you walk? I'm fine, just a little shaken. That was a close call. Basilisk. I found what you're looking for, mother. He's as pathetic as you said he'd be. Dude, look at this like exoskeleton with this big ol' like it's like a spine and like a head on the end. I think sweet. Your life, it is nothing. Kind of sounds like Dad, right? Not the time for jokes, Win. Remember, find his weaknesses and exploit it again and again. Maybe I'm sounding like Dad now. Inspection mode. Using inspection mode to view a unit's stats and who they are targeting. While in inspection mode, you can also view a unit's traits and effects to see what weaknesses, strengths, resistances, and immunities they have. Damage prediction and kill shots. When targeting an enemy, you are shown a prediction of the outcome of your actions on that enemy for that round. If your actions will presumably result in the death of the enemy, then a kill shot indicator will be displayed. Okay, that's what I saw earlier. Important. Damage predictions and kill shot indicator are not always 100% accurate because many things, heals, damage buffs, and defense buffs can happen before the final blow lands, resulting in a changed outcome. That's interesting. I wonder why they do it like that. I hope there's a good mechanical reason for that, and not just like it leading to something that's just going to be confusing and frustrating to the player when things don't turn out the way they thought it might. Because I imagine they could just like calculate the full result of the turn. Alright. Looks like our shields got healed up. Dav is a little beat up here. Do I have freedom to do whatever I want? Oh, so this costs Fury. I haven't learned how to get Fury yet. I bet you this guy's going to teach us how to do Fury. I'm probably going to gain like 6 Fury points here. Alright, let's inspect things. Alright, he's using laser eyes. 125% damage versus health. 38 base, 2 shield break. Yeesh. Applies irradiated, -5 defenses versus health damage, so it's going to be even worse. I wonder if that's additive or multiplicative. Blocked by shields and armor. Okay, so this isn't going to do anything, although I think this means it lasts for 2 turns? I have no idea. $189 shield, 157 health. -50% defense versus heavy, plus 50% defense versus light. So we want to use our heavy attacks and avoid using our light attacks. Got it. What about our dudes? I guess... I don't like how that... Oh, okay, I still am in inspection. I don't know, I feel like it pulls me out... And look, I just got ripped out of inspection mode. I feel like depending on where you put your mouse, like, pulls you out of stuff you're looking at. I don't know, I got a few issues with the UI right now. Really minor ones. And maybe once I understand why it's doing that or how it's doing that, it won't be as bad. But right now it keeps like... I don't know, it's making it harder to understand the game and the UI. Alright, let's see. So I guess, does Dav have to go first? Now I can pick a win right now. Laser eyes. Okay, right. So what are our light attacks? Oh, Sci-fi Slam, we both have that. It's a combo. Interesting. See, it shows the other person's picture. So Fury is a party stat. So Hue is light. That's our only light attack. We want to avoid... So I don't know what the resistance does to our like shield break. Because then like getting a crit with cleave could still be like valuable to break shields. Flurry. 20 times 2. AoE. So I wonder what this symbol is. Here's the AoE one. Check this one out, Siphon Stab. If you crit, you get shields back. That's cool. Like, those are the kind of, like, mechanics and little gameplay interactions that can make combat like this pretty interesting, I think. Makes me very optimistic for this game at the moment. So yeah, and here's a single tech icon. So I wonder what the blade throw is. Some kind of, it's like a reticle or a targeter. Is it armor piercing? No, I guess you would say so. It's AoE, heavy. Alright, well you don't have a light attack, unfortunately. But blade throw attacks late. She has one light attack. And it will knock him back. Okay, so I think each one of these is 20. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120. Is that how this works? Because my 30 crit bonus is knocking him back 1.5. Oh, so check this out. I think that'll let Dav be able to get a crit as well. Because he can't crit right now, but if I knock him back and then attack with Dav, then he'll be able to crit. Interesting. Which would be great with blade throw. Yeah, alright. Try that. Wait, resist for his light? Did I read that wrong? Oh, I did. Heavy attacks are what we want to use. Now that still might be worthwhile if it's the only attack that I can do in front of him. Wait, so you have heavy, right? You got a big heavy. Look at that shield break. Okay. Interesting. So it might be worth using Q to get that stagger. And I'm really curious if I can use this big ol' heavy. It's gonna be at the same time as he'll be at. In the very first tutorial battle, when we struck at the same time, I did not get a crit. But regardless, I'll be able to use blade throw. I'm not gonna crunch the numbers too hard here, because I feel like this might not be the smartest thing. I really just want to see how these mechanics work. Okay, yeah, look, this is dropping from 2 to 1 stagger. So I wonder how that stagger gets regained between fights. Okay, so I picked her attack, she's ready, and now I have to pick his attack? Should we just see what this does? Oh, it does crit. And we break his shields. This is nuts, let's go for it. Okay, so yeah, the bar filled up. Ooh, that was a big hit. 95 shield damage. And then he didn't even get to go that turn because we did that. Something tells me that this game might end up having like a lot of cheese that you could pull. Although I guess the stagger break, or whatever that thing is, that stat is called, is going to prevent like infinites and stuff. Alright, so what is he doing this time? He's still using laser eyes, but he's at the beginning of the round. Oh, so this is like continuous. Interesting. I wish this was more incremented and I knew exactly what the time increments were, because this is like 3/4 of the way in, past this bar. It's not even like 2/3, which is interesting. I don't know. I'm sure we'll be able to look all this stuff up. People figure it out, or the devs will have some documentation or something, or maybe I'm gonna get another tutorial after this. Who knows? I just wish there was a little bit more transparency than I have now, but that's probably just comes in learning the game. And it's probably missing from here just not to clutter it. I bet you there's just like maybe 3 spots along here, like 25, 50, 75% increments in each one of these. But I'll stop guessing and just do this damn thing. Alright, let's see. So we're not going to get any breaks here, and it doesn't matter. Well, we're not going to get any crits here. And we can't stagger. Alright, so what are you doing? Attacking her for 38, and he's gonna crit no matter what? So if you break someone, does that just make you very likely to get crit the next round anyways? he's gonna stagger me back 10 seconds as well. So where does he end up on this timeline? Is this just half a bar? Does that put him like over here? Or half the whole bar? I guess we'll find out. But it's half a clock is what his thing is showing, so let's pay attention to that. Alright. Oh, and he still has shield. I thought we did 8 shield damage to him. Did he only have 8? Is it worth defending here? It might be. And then we can maybe... Maybe what? Does that give us better positioning time-wise? How much damage are we doing? 38? It's a good chunk, but not like a massive chunk. It's just our shields. Well, we can't crit. Cleave still does a ton of damage to him, but look how much, how slow it is. Like, I'm wondering if we can defend and then, like, do a cleave or something, if that, like, makes sense. I just don't know how the time works yet. Heck, let's try it. I feel like I'm not meant to do that, and it's not going to do what I think it might do, but there's only one way to find out. Alright. Why does that make the bar glow? I think I'm just going to use Blade Throw. A, because I want to know what this might mean, and also because it's not quite as slow, which means maybe we can get a crit Vivisect next time for that big heavy damage again. Although I feel like next turn we're going to be using our Fury ability, and we're about to get a tooltip here. Win, remember that combo attack we used to practice? Called it. The one we broke Dad's Grav Hopper window doing? That's the one. Now's a good time to try it out again. Good idea, just make sure we've generated enough Fury first. Fury. Your heroes gain Fury by landing crits and breaks on the enemy. Crits generate 1 Fury while breaks generate 3 Fury. Ah, okay. It's like a combo bar. Use Fury to execute special actions or combo maneuvers for devastating effect. Combos are special maneuvers that cost Fury and are executed by 2 of your heroes simultaneously. Each combo can only be executed once per combat. Combos are only available to heroes that have strong relationships, which can be increased during camping. Huh. Some kind of character bonding relationship system, too? That actually sounds pretty cool. It's actually like sounds like a really neat twist on character progression. Where you can kind of like level up 2 people in tandem, and then when they're in your party, you get like a special ability. That's neat. Alright, so what are you doing? Laser Storm. Oh, I bet you armor affects this multiple times. Probably downside to multi-strikes. In which case, if I knock off 10 armor off of that, is that only doing 3 times 4 damage or 12 damage? And does this add 6 to the 13 for armor purposes, or add 4 extra projectiles? So many questions. So we get the answers here soon. So can I just pick this? No, we don't have enough Fury yet. We gotta land a crit or a break. So I guess defending didn't do anything except make me take less damage, which I don't know if that was worth it or not. I wonder if I was supposed to attack and get Fury somehow last round. Alright, well, he's attacking super late. Which means... So this crits. I'm totally doing that. Where's my heavy? Can you crit as well? Wow. Double crit with our heavy abilities. Huh. I didn't notice the animation before, that's cool. Armor break. How did I not get that armor break last time? Now it dropped from 7 to 0. Like, this should have just done it all. I don't understand how that works either. It's not doing full damage. Oh, is it because he had shield? Maybe shield blocks the armor break somehow? Alright. Well, this guy's like, has no health left. 14 health, and we're gonna use our Uber combo. 100 combo damage. 50 crit bonus. Oh, hold on. Are we gonna take damage first? Oh, it just happens at the start of the round? That's OP. Sci-fi twins. Wow, that was strong. We did 10 times overkill damage. Like a whole order of magnitude more than we needed to do. But boy, was it stylish. The mysterious figure. A temporary setback. Mother shall soon have her victory. Oops, straight into another fight, huh? Shouldn't have wasted our fury on that last fight, huh? It's too bad. We blew our load right at the end of that fight where we definitely did not need to. Stay back, Win. I'll take care of this guy. What he lacks in charisma, he makes up for in hideousness. That doesn't make much sense. Mother only wants you, Davian Scyphex. She has no interest in the female. This guy's actually giving me major Crying Suns vibes. No way you're doing this solo, Dav. We need to work together to defeat him. Alright, so what are you doing? Hello? Here we go. 32 times 3 damage, plus 25 versus marked. Is he marked because of the plot, or is that like a separate ability? I guess it's a separate ability. No. That's weird how that actually gets highlighted, even though there's nothing in there. That's where it normally tells us his resistance is, so everything's just normal for him. He gets a big crit bonus, though. I guess defend guarantees you don't get crit? Maybe? That's actually an interesting question, too. This is a nasty attack. Oh, Dav is tanky, though. Way tankier than Win. Interesting. Alright. So what does Dav got? Siphon would crit, but crit for that doesn't really do anything. Because we don't need shields. I think we're meant to defend here with him. Unless she can knock him back. So I have 3 abilities that crit. Wow, he has 44 armor? How do you even break through his armor? That's insane. Can we even damage him? Like barely with a cleave from crit, which I can't do. Alright. I wonder if I can knock him back with Hugh. Or maybe I Sunder to break his armor. I'm gonna do that. And that knocks him back to here. Hold up, I could have vivisected in crit, I think. What did I use before? Cleave? Now use Sunder. Hugh would knock him way back. And then I could crit with Vivisect, which is... Is that more? Armor breaking? Well, regardless, I think that's the only way we get him broken. Which makes it so he doesn't do this super nasty attack. Which means, heck yeah, I don't have to defend. Because I probably would if I was going to get hit by that. It seemed pretty nasty. And also helps us build our Fury back up. I wonder if we're going to get enough Fury to use that ability again. That was a crit, right? Why didn't his armor change? Oh my god, did we do no damage because of his armor? Look at his shields. Oh wait, this guy has 2,000 shields and 2,000 health? What? What are we doing here? This doesn't seem fair at all. I can't stagger him anymore. Sorry, Dav. I hope this must be like a plot thing where Dav gets killed. And then we go on like a quest for vengeance or something. Or maybe the tutorials where to pop up and teach us how to run. Because there's no way we win this fight. This is ridiculous. I can't believe I even like strategized that last round. Although I will say this is a lot more fun than when the tutorial is forcing me to do stuff. I like how I can like pick everything now. I actually crit you with Hugh again. Which is probably what we want to do, because I don't think he can do anything. Wait, so how far did that knock him back? I gotta say, I do think this UI could be improved. I wonder if they're going to continue working on this. I haven't been following this. It's not in early access. Alright, I was supposed to heal, right? But yeah, it's not in early access. And I don't know if it really deserves to be. There's just some things that I wish it did a little better. Because, I mean, I feel like this game may have the potential to be, like, pretty amazing. Wait, does that... Oh! He doesn't have the stagger thing. Okay, so we shouldn't even care about that at all. That's what's going on. Who are you attacking? Dav? Alright, I want to sunder you and try to break your shields. I think Dav needs to defend. Enough! This is taking far too long, and the results are inevitable. Ain't that the truth? Quantum Burst. Kill shot. Oh yeah, he's just gonna do 1,400 damage. What's not to love? This is a weird way to run the tutorial where you just get your ass kicked. Actually, this is like a classic JRPG trope though, isn't it? Can I break you? He doesn't even have a break thing anymore. You're breaking the rules, my man. Actually, if there was ever a time to defend, this is probably it. Actually, I just die regardless, so... Doesn't matter if I die by 500 or by 1,000. It doesn't matter. Let's just do this. Ouch. No, this can't be happening. Mother, I have done what you asked. Bring me back. I cannot last much longer. Oh, that's an interesting plot point. Don't give up, Dav. I can't do this without you. Dav, come on, get up, please. I can't do it without you. They weren't even taking prisoners, huh? The Imperium Throne Room. The Throne Room is where you can view details on the Imperium hierarchy and all the currently known leaders, behemoths, and adversaries. From time to time, you will be brought here to witness events such as deaths, promotions, introductions, within the Imperium. You can also access the Imperium throne room directly from the main menu. Adversaries. Adversaries are the elite soldiers of the Imperium. They are stronger, tougher, and have unique special traits and abilities. They also have unique personalities, so no two adversaries are ever the same. Adversaries can also be promoted, evolve, and grow stronger whenever they are able to defeat you. Adversaries are usually guarding a rare or epic reward crate. I hear loot crates. So what am I supposed to do here? Is it an adversary? Wait, you have approximately 1,000 less shield than you did a second ago? This is like our trophy room or something? Or like, yeah, where we can check like our progress and stuff. Meanwhile, elsewhere. Yellow. Oh, I have to click. Mysterious scientist. There, I found them. That's where the Imperium have invaded next. They must have already started their attack. Alright, the only thing left to do is turn you on. Alright, I think this is a good break point. I hope that was a good introduction of just like what you're going to get out of the game. That's kind of what I'm trying to do with these blind playthroughs. I don't know if I'll continue doing this blind. At some point this is just like has a rogue-lite, you know, death loop. So I don't know how important all this stuff is, if there's further tutorials, or if we're just gonna start that in earnest now, or what's gonna be going on. But yeah, the way I kind of like to do these blind is just to do like, you get to experience like this game like as if, just like I am, just picking it up, and like all the flaws and like awesomeness that come with like just like playing it for the first time, and really seeing if it's like worth it in your opinion, which may differ from mine. I think the game's super cool right now. I know I had some issues with the UI and lack of like transparency in certain aspects of like the combat screen, but overall I think it has a ton of potential, and I think a lot of the issues could easily go away just from me learning the game more. But they also might not. And also, I don't really know the developer's history, if they update games after launch at all, or how that works. But maybe there's some improvements along the way. It is out of early access, so there's no requirement for them to. There was a version number on the title screen, which might indicate that they do plan on doing more. But overall, this game is super cool. I mean, this pixel art is badass, especially the perspectives and stuff. I just think there's a lot of cool stuff going on here. And yeah, I don't know. I might pick this up and continue the blind run, or maybe I'll just continue it. I'm not really sure yet. Maybe I'll continue it. Who knows? We'll figure that out. But thanks for watching, guys. If you like this game, if you want to see more blind runs like this, if you want to see any other games that I haven't played before approached like this, just let me know in the feedback below, in the comments. I always appreciate that. If you like the video, give it that thumbs up. And come and check us out on Twitch and Discord if you want to continue to be more engaged in the community. And I think that's about it for me. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.